My name is Riley Burke. I'm a student at George Washington. I'm a freshman. I'm a journalism major. I'm from Sacramento, California. My parents got divorced when I was 7, and I spent most of my time with my mom. My mom pretty much raised me, but I'm glad that I had the childhood I had, even though it was like rocky at times. When I was 14, my parents sat me down and told me that my dad, who I'd known all my life, was not my biological father. So they used a sperm donor. Donor number 555 is my dad. He donated to get through college. I had no idea my whole life until I was 14, which was like a shock. But at the same time, turned out to be like probably one of the best things to ever happen to me in a weird way. At the same time that they told me, they were like, oh, and by the way, you have siblings. Being like the daughter of my father was part of me, like it's part of anyone. So like within a couple seconds, that was in a weird way like stripped of me. All of a sudden, half of you is gone. Like you look in the mirror and you don't know where some of your features come from. Then, as I got used to this idea, this was just a part of me, it wasn't a big deal. My junior year of high school, within like one fell swoop, it was literally the same day, I got added to a group chat with 20 siblings, and we found out who the donor was. He was not interested in meeting us. The only thing we got back from him is that he was shocked and hesitant about us, which is okay. Like I'm really okay with not meeting my donor because I was able to meet my siblings. I only knew of 10 siblings, and all of a sudden it exploded because of 23andMe, which is like one of those sites where you spit into a tube and then they tell you your ancestry. The group chat kind of like all happened at once. People started getting added in. We'd get a new sibling like once a week, it felt like. And it got up to like around 20 people. At that point was when we started to plan a meetup. The majority of the siblings were either East Coast or like specifically DMV. Over the summer of 2018, I was on the East Coast anyway, looking at like schools, and we like finished with this like meetup. Like 48 hours, I would say, but it was like genuinely like one of the best like weekends of my life. It felt like we had the history, we had the connection of genuine siblings, except you had just met this person. Like an hour of getting to know each other, it was like, oh, okay, this makes sense, we're siblings. And it was just the trippiest thing in the world, but it was also amazing. Because all of these people, 20 people, completely different backgrounds, raised all over the United States, some in Canada, some live in Europe, but we just like fit. We genuinely do look a lot like each other, and I had no idea that half-siblings could look so much alike because I was raised with my dad's kids, thinking that they were my half-siblings. They weren't. And so I just assumed half-siblings did not look like each other. And it was my siblings that for once made me feel like I was part of a family. And for that, I am like forever grateful for them. Having a family is such a gift, and I never really thought I'd have that, and because of them I do. And because of that, it's like the most positive thing that could have happened to me, and I'm so excited to be able to like spend the rest of my life with them.